This cake was a labor of love, wasn't it, girl?
It's all about you.
Well,
this
no,
cake is all
no,
about
that's
Jill,
not true.
And we did it for Jill. She asked, and whatever she asked us, we do. 100%.
Well, here's the thing. I loved brainstorming with Judy because I think that the baked goods that she brings to QVC in cakes are like nothing I've ever tried. And I'm a baker, and I love to bake. I was taught by my grandmother. I think I'm a pretty good baker, but I can't do what Judy does. And you know, we've brought you that beautiful rose-topped cake this year. We've done the coconut bomb cake. And I said to Judy, listen, my mom's favorite cake is German chocolate. Can't we try something? So we tried this and that, and it, you know, oh, it's going to be way too expensive. Oh, we're not sure. It's going to be too much work. I don't know how to. So finally, Judy said, you know, Jill, I'm working on this sweet and sassy kind of idea. What if we tried German chocolate cake with the sweet and sassy? And I'm like, sure. So she sent me one of these to try, and my head exploded because it's this combination of the coconut pecan, fudgy buttercream, deep fudgy, almost torte-like chocolate cake. We sold out of this in September.
Totally.
People loved it. Now your choice is immediate ship or December 9th. It's almost 5 pounds of her specialized German chocolate cake.
And 10 inches.
200 already gone,
And
Judy.
10 inches big. This
So
is like one
everything.
massive, huge cake. I mean, if you could see how big this cake is, it'll feed at least 20 people.
Well, you know I don't do dinky.
No, no. So Jill's cake that we literally really came up with for Jill, and after I gave it to Jill, I brought it to my beautiful mom and my beautiful Aunt Sylvia, who also adore coconut, and they flipped over this cake as well.
So good.
Anyway, so this cake I have to tell you about. There's at least 5 different recipes in this cake. 5 different recipes.
Wow.
So we start with our chocolate cake, which has the best cocoa that you can find. I mean, honest to goodness, we don't get inexpensive cocoa. We get the darkest, the richest, bittersweet cocoa that we can find.
Judy, it's
and
so
we
good.
fill it with our homemade chocolate fudge. So we pipe chocolate fudge that we make from scratch with the same cocoa, and it's real sugar, and it's real eggs, and it's cream, and it's butter. It's all the real things that you have in your home. And then on top of that, we put our German chocolate filling, which is made with evaporated milk, toasted pecans, butter. I mean, it's everything really good. And then we put fresh coconut. And then on top of that, we put brownies, which also is made with real butter, real cocoa, just everything that you would have, but 100%. I mean, it's like walking into a gourmet chocolate store. And then on top of that, we had to put more chocolate on it. So we added our chocolate ganache. And our chocolate ganache is made with heavy whipping cream and the finest chocolate that you can find.
Wow.
So it's 5 different recipes, all in one almost 5-pound cake. And you take a bite of this, and it's the textures and it's the flavors. It's just chocolate to the 100th degree.
If you're not a chocolate person, this is not the cake for you. This is for those of you who love chocolate, but also not just plain chocolate. It's this combination, like you were saying, of the textures. You know, it's the cake, which is moist and rich, but not overly sweet. It's the creaminess of that chocolate buttercream. It's the kind of little nuttiness that you get, and a nutty sweet from the toasted pecans and the coconut. Then it's the sort of chewiness that you get from the fudgy brownie.
Right.
And then it's the smoothness that you get from that chocolate ganache. Look when Judy is pulling a slice away, and that's a ginormous slice, right? Most of us are gonna cut that in half. 20 slices out of this cake. I mean, you're getting a lot of servings.
5 pounds.
5 pounds.
Real butter, real eggs, real cocoa, the finest chocolate that we can find. And you know, we can buy the finest chocolate anywhere, and this is what we put into this cake. So it's the kind of cake you'll be very proud to serve, to give as a gift, to keep in your freezer, to cut up, to bring to your best friends.
So good.
It's absolutely one of the best cakes I think that we make, and I owe it all to you.
Taking a glass of water, I really want that good cold glass of milk is what I want right now.
So it's that chocolate cake that is beyond moist. It's the chocolate fudge that we literally hand pipe inside, and then we cover it with more chocolate fudge, and then we cover that with our German chocolate
German chocolate filling.
Scratch-made filling.
I know.
And then on top of that,
so you don't buy the buttercream, Judy.
We don't buy anything.
You don't buy the filling.
There's
like you make everything from scratch.
Every single thing. And Sweet Ending sells their cakes all over the country to the best 5-star restaurants and country clubs and hotels everywhere. I mean, restaurants and hotels that people know by hand.
Good.
Yes,
So
all scratch.
We can ship it out right away.
Uh-huh.
I can tell you that the December ship week is very popular. So think about this as a build to, ship to. What do you get your in-laws? They have everything. You want to send them a little something nice, sweeten them up with chocolate. You're doing a dessert buffet for one of your holiday parties or meals.
Yeah.
Listen, between making sure your hair and makeup looks great,
Yeah.
making sure the house looks great, making sure everything's set beautifully, the flowers are set, the decorations are up. Take the pressure off a little bit. Let Judy do it. Put the pressure on
love
Judy.
it, and we love it.
Let them deliver these wonderful cakes to your home. 20 servings in almost 5 pounds of this layer after layer after layer of chocolate decadence. Chocolate cake, buttercream, German chocolate filling, topped with brownies, drizzled with chocolate ganache. I mean, are you really going to take the time to do all those different recipes? No. Let Judy do it. It's been phenomenally successful. We've only seen this on the air once before. It completely sold out in September. So now we're back today, and it's so weird for me to not have 3 ship dates to tell all of you, because the November ship date is next week. So these will ship out next week, or you'll get them in December. And if I do get it, what do I do with it, Judy? How long should I thaw it out? What are those kinds of,
As soon as you get it, you're going to want to eat it. So there you go. But what I would do, if you don't want to eat it right away, put it in the refrigerator, put it in the freezer, cut as much as you want. I mean, honest to goodness, this is one of the best cakes that Sweet Endings has ever baked, and I'm really proud of this cake. I'm proud of all the consistencies, all the chocolates. I mean, if you could smell this table, it smells like the finest chocolate shop that you could ever walk into, because you just smell the different things that are in this cake. The bittersweet chocolate and the coconut and the ganache and the fudge.
And the brownies.
And the brownies.
When you first told me about
my
this,
goodness,
I'll be honest, I thought, the brownies on top might be overkill. It's not.
The brownies, the fudgy,
good.
chewy brownies that we literally put on by hand. We pipe everything by hand on this cake. So by hand, we fill this cake. By hand, we cover the cake in chocolate fudge. By hand, we pipe the German chocolate filling on it.
See, look at that.
By hand, we place a whole bunch of brownies, chewy, scratch-made brownies on top.
On the top.
And then we drizzle it with a pastry bag of this incredibly bittersweet chocolate ganache.
People are going to walk up to your dessert buffet and say, "What is that?"
But they're going to smell it when they walk in the room.
That's right. The chocolate ganache almost looks like chocolate fudge.
It is chocolate fudge.
That's been drizzled all the way across there. It's so
the
good.
Shininess, the deliciousness of this cake.
So
and say that you baked it. I won't tell them.
1,500 have been ordered. It's on 4 payments of Easy Pay. It's a large cake. It's a 10-inch diameter cake. It's almost 5 pounds of dessert. This is going to give you 20 generous sized. And let me tell you, I mean, these are huge pieces we have out here. You don't need that much to enjoy everything that this cake has to offer. You can always go back for seconds, but it really is one of those cakes that's special to have the buttercream and the coconut pecan and the chocolate ganache and the chewy brownies on top and the delicious semi-sweet chocolate cake. Like, the whole blend of everything is just the result of the best ingredients, right? Baking from scratch, making everything, putting it together by hand, and delivering something that I think, if you are a chocolate person, if you love chocolate and coconut, if you always order desserts that are like the molten lava cakes and death by chocolate, this is right up your alley.
Yes, and if you want to give somebody that adores chocolate a huge chocolate treat, this is that chocolate. This is the best chocolate, the best ingredients. It's what you have in your home, and we bring it to you.
Here's the other thing to think about when you're doing an assortment of desserts. You kind of always want to have one of the fruity desserts, right? Then you're going to want to have something with a little bit of more savory spice, and then you're going to want to have your chocolate. So if you want to bake your pumpkin pies, do it. If you love doing a classic apple pie recipe, do it. But have something chocolate in that mix to balance things out, and this will be that chocolate dessert. We're closing in on almost 2,000 now being ordered. We continue to be busy on the phones. You're getting that Easy Pay, and now the December ship week is getting limited. So if you want this shipped in December, that will ship out to you December the 7th. And so if you're wanting it in December, again, put it in your freezer, and then if you decide you want to serve the whole thing, bring it out. I usually thaw it out in the fridge the night before, and then I bring it out and let it come to slight room temperature because I kind of want that coconut pecan and that buttercream to be a little soft when you dive in, right?
And I like it hot too. You can stick it in the microwave for 1 second, and then everything gets really gooey, and you just can't wait to eat the whole thing.
And then, as if you're not already in the land of decadence, top it off with a little vanilla bean ice cream, and you're all set.
Perfect. And don't share it because it's too good.
Oh, it's so good. Stay on the line if you're dialing in. It's M49403. Thrilled to have this in the show, and you can see all of Judy's delicious creations on QVC.com. Just look under Sweet Endings. Nice to see you.
Thanks
for being here.
See you, Jill.
I feel like I have